Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rifter number 15. And today in this video, we are going to go over all the sections, do a little brief talk about them, and then I'm going to pick this time 3 more sections to go more in depth into. So, let's go ahead and hit it. All right. So, first section, art page. I'm not going over that. You saw the art in the picture. There you go. From the desk of Kevin Sembita. Now, the last few Rifters, Kevin has addressed the publication schedule problem for Palladium, which now in this Rifter, he throws up his hands and calls it the curse of Palladium. Whenever we say we are going to have something out by August, it has to be rewritten. The book manufacturer screwed up the typesetting, or some other nonsense thing happened to push it a month, 2 month, a quarter, whatever. Curse of Palladium. That's what he's calling it now. He's given up trying to explain it. Now he's like, it's just what happens. I'm sorry, but this how it works. So stop yelling at me about the I know. That's what he's saying. Palladium News, going through the current schedule of releases. See last section. It's not, these are all lies. No, I'm sorry. These are all mistakes. They're not lies. He really means it when he says it's going to be out in July, but it's never out in July. But he means it. Yeah. And then there's coming attractions. We're talking about the Rift trading card game, the After the Bomb RPG, a lot of Palladium fantasy stuff, and the Rift's Game Master's Guide.
How dare you not cover After the Bomb?
It's the After the Bomb. The After the Bomb sneak preview. We've already covered After the Bomb. We don't need to cover the sneak preview of the thing we've already covered.
Can never have enough After the Bomb.
Yeah, there you go. And then we have the Q&A. This is a general Q&A. The last couple of Rifters have been focused, magic, saving throw, horror stuff, whatever. So like this one's a general one. I'm going to go over most of it. Some of it is I consider errata, so I'm not going to get into it, just load up on the screen, but I'm going to get into that. And then we have Palladium Fantasy, the Knights of the Eastern Territories. Now, this was really neat, but it's very niche. What it is the Eastern Territories in Palladium Fantasy is a country, and this country has a northern, southern, eastern, western section, and and each of these parts of the Eastern Territories have created orders of knights that differ from each other because of land features. They might use different horses or have different codes of conduct, whatever. And this gives you, if you're running Palladium Fantasy, the idea, hey, if they are in this part of the Eastern Territory, they will run into these knights if they run into knights at all.
Question for you. I'm guessing those are different OCCs for each one?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of new OCCs, but they are very specific to just the Eastern Territories and certain places in the Eastern Territories.
Okay. All right.
So, like I said, very niche, and I didn't deem it good enough to get its own section. Then we have Palladium Fantasy Blade Law. Now, this is all about rune weapons, and no, it will not let you make rune weapons. Palladium has been very clear that PCs will not be making rune weapons ever. No. This is dealing with rune weapons.
Magic. Now we know our next topic with Kevin.
Yeah. Why can't we make rune weapons? Shut up. Dealing with rune weapons. Using magic to trick or subjugate rune weapons, which I didn't think was possible. Which technically it still isn't because this isn't canon. But if you wanted it to be, this is the answer for you. And since there's so little manipulation or using of rune, stories behind rune weapons, I figured that this would be a good one to have.
I'm looking forward.
Then we have the Heroes Unlimited in only 6 days. This is a world building thing. The in only 6 days is this isn't a step by step, but it is a framework of creating your own Heroes Unlimited campaign setting. From macro to micro.
Why didn't you cover that one?
Because I wanted other stuff.
Oh, that's fair.
I wanted other stuff. It was good, but other stuff was, in my mind, better.
We may have to come back to this one at some point in the future because I think this would be a really good one for its own video for people.
Sure. I mean, like I said, it's not a step-by-step thing,
Okay.
So it's not like, oh, roll this, roll that, roll this. It's not like a lot of Palladium stuff where city creation has charts,
I got you.
stuff like
Okay.
that. No, the world creation in Heroes Unlimited does not have charts.
So this is just more abstract?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's ideas of what to look at, how to adjudicate some things, what should be most important, what should be least important, stuff like that. It's not it's not a guide. Then we have Nightbane Brain Fry. A number of villains and designer drugs for the world of misbegotten and misunderstood Nightbane. This one was neat, but again, it's very niche to your campaign. I know a lot of people who will play Nightbane who don't want to deal with designer drugs. Why? Why do I need that in my game? You don't. But if you want it, here it is. But what I did do was I did say, hey, yes to the new Morphous tables, because people who are playing Nightbane are doing it for a reason. It's because of the Morphous tables. They're awesome, ridiculous, funny, or just dumb. But it's going to be a different answer for everybody. Nightbane's got you covered. You want ridiculous? We got it. You want scary? We got it. You want anything in between? Well, now we got that too.
Okay, you're purring too loud.
And we have Rift's Operation Iron Skull. Yeah. Does double duty as writer and illustrator for the section of optional coalition cyborgs and skullduggery. I almost did this one. These are specialty cyborgs for the coalition military. The only reason I didn't is because a lot of you people think the coalition are bad guys and you don't want your players being heroes of the world.
But I play cyborgs.
Exactly, but you'd have to play a coalition cyborg, which means you're a Nazi, which means you're bad, and I can't play with you because of your political
I'm always kicked out of like Chi-Town or wherever I go when it deals with the coalition. Just for once in my life, I'd like to not be threatened, shot, have my weapons taken from me, shut off, de-ammoed, whatever. It would just be nice.
It would be nice. Well, that day could have been today, but it's not.
I blame all you people who don't understand that this is a game world.
Yes. And the coalition are the heroes.
The coalition.
And this one was a non-starter from the beginning. Specialized idiot. I mean, shifters. Sorry.
Okay, we are covering this magazine again sometime in the future because we now have 3 topics that need to be looked at.
Okay, shifters are the bane of anyone's existence. Anyone who plays a shifter is playing solitaire. They're definitely not playing with me. All right. Then these are specialized shifters. As we know, the modern shifter is actually 3 OCCs in one. The old shifter, a witch, and a summoner. And these optional shifters, they lean into one of these 3 categories. Like one shifter is more witch than anything else. The other shifter is more summoner than anything else. The other shifter is more shifter than the regular shifter. Right? So I didn't want to go over it because shifters are stupid. Shouldn't exist. So I didn't want to spend breath on them more than I had to tell you that I don't want to spend more breath on them. And then we have the continuation, the 15th chapter of the story, no longer a short story. A short story with 15 chapters is lying to you. Hammer of the Forge. If you want to read it, start with, I think it's 15 chapters. So it started in the first Rifter. And it's just kept going.
Yeah, you're in number 15 right now. That just kind of lines up.
There you go. You have to get all the Rifters to get the story. I'm sure by now you can buy the story by itself. I'm sure of it. So do that. But that is what is in this issue.
Can you scroll back up to the previous page for a second? It's towards the end. So yeah, that brain fry thing. I want to talk about that for just a moment. I agree with you completely. Probably not something that's all that important or that needed to be covered and so forth. But I like the fact that Palladium explores those things. You know, I made a lot of commentary about the Western Empire stuff about, it's just about drugs, sex, drugs, rock and roll, that kind of stuff. But I like that verisimilitude in terms of, let's be honest, you have the opiate wars. I mean, the Egyptians were known for doing cocaine, right? So these things have been prevalent. I'm not saying you have to glorify them or even have to have them in your game, but I do like the fact that even though it's just in a Rifter, that the concept or the option is available there for you to use, even if it is niche. And I wouldn't suggest it for everybody's table, everybody's game.
No,
I just like that it's there, it's available. I mean, to be fair, something that's in the core rules that I know some people don't use are insanities, and I think that those things are awesome as well.
I mean, especially in Nightbane, it's a horror-based thing. I mean,
Yeah.
Insanity is part of it. I mean, every Nightbane Morphus has a horror factor. Come on. Whatever. But yes, a couple of these are really great. The Knights of the Eastern Empire, the Nightbane Brain Fry, but they're not for the general group.
Yeah.
So not going to do that. But
and I hope that most of those drugs have actually more negatives than positives.
Oh yes. I mean, especially for magical creatures. Once magic gets into a world, you realize that these ancient remedies or medicines or whatever have effects that they had in the time of lore. Like this nightshade flower was a poison. Now it's actually a cure because magic's in the world, or if you give it to a supernatural creature like a Nightbane, it has a different effect. It goes through all that, but that's only if you want drugs in your campaign, or specialty drugs in your campaign, which not a lot of people do. Fine, I'm good with that. But that is all.
We got a couple of chats. Weird. Where's the option to just show the starred chat?
There is no starred chat.
Yeah, there is. We got a super chat. We got 2 super chats.
The super chats are not automatically starred here.
No, yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Oh, weird. Okay, yeah, that's why. Oh, then I take back when I blamed you in the past for unstarring stuff. Because StreamYard, they're automatically starred. Okay, that's real. I'll have to remember that for the future. So we got a super chat for $10. Thank you very much, CPK. Says Kevin, boom gun rules.
Or rulers.
Or ruler. Well, I think he meant rules. He's kept that name. We hope that it passes far and wide, and it's on his tombstone. No time in the near future, but when that day comes, it's on his tombstone, and we can say that was us that did that. Probably, I'm sure somebody else has done that before, but
I'm sure. Yeah,
I'm taking the credit because I can. And then lots of conversation about my cat. Yes, she decided to climb on me. And then CPK again for $5 more. Thank you very much. CS Borg's bad, evil. CS bad.
Nope. You are under you're under the impression that humans are bad, and I want to disillusion you that they are not. Humans are good. Humans should be protected. Humans should rule the earth. The CS wants to do that. Why are you against something that's obviously the right thing to do? I don't understand you.
And there you go. Send all your comments directly to Heathen Dog at heathendog. Where's all right. So what are you gonna be talking about in the next? You got like a million segments today. What's in the next one?
The next segment is going to be the Q&A.
All right.
So we are going to talk about the question answers people have written into the Rifter trying to get answered, and we're now going to go through those answers. And then after that, we are going to do the Blade Law, which is talking about rune weapons. And then after that, we are going to go into the Nightbane Morphus tables.
Excellent. Look forward to seeing everybody then. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you have any comments for Heathen Dog, make sure you put them in the comment section. Thank you very much.